Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new Let's Play for a really cool game. This is called Scrap Mechanic. And for those of you who have played games like TerraTech or Minecraft, it has a very close feel to that, but still very unique in its own right. And we're going to be going through this game. Now, this game is on early access on Steam. You can get it for $19.99 right now. It's still in development, so there's going to be some flaws. We're just going to have to accept that. I'm perfectly fine with that because we're going to get an early peek at this game. It's actually pretty cool. It's brought to you by Axolot Games. I hope I pronounced that right. And, they were kind enough to send me a Steam key so we could try it out. And yeah, I'm really excited about this. Now, I actually went into the game a little bit just to set up the controls because you're going to be using the keyboard a fair bit. So, you're going to have to sit there and put the bindings where you want them. But for the most part, this game has somewhat of a learning curve. So there's going to be a little bit of trial and error for us, but it allows you to create anything that you want that you can think of to your heart's content. So to that end, I am really excited about it. Now you do get to pick what character you want somewhat. If you look there on the screen right next to that giant, really cool bike that I hope maybe we can actually build here in the future, you can see the character will change. I'm guessing that's the female version and this is the male version. Those are the only two you really get to pick right now. But again, it's still in development. Maybe later on you can customize that. Maybe they'll come up with different models or so on and so forth down the road. But for now, we're going to go with this guy right here just because I like playing the males. And we're going to go into new game and we're going to hit creative. Now, you can do two different types. I'm going to stick with the default. At least I think that's the default. Just because, again, I'm not very familiar with this game. This is going to be a blind playthrough for the most part. And I'm going to name my world Drac just because that seems to be a pretty good name. I've used it a lot when it comes to like towns and cities and things of that sort in my Let's Plays. So we're going to stick with that tradition. And we're going to hit create. Save with name already exists. Well, yeah, because I created it earlier. Okay, let's go with Drax then, since we can't use the same name. Did you know that if you put two toilet paper rolls on top of each other, it will become a paper towel roll? Well, not in real life technically. Paper towels usually have a little bit more thickness than toilet paper, a little bit more roughness to it as well. Hi, mechanic. Welcome to Scrap Mechanic, creative model. Or creative mode, I should say. This is a great place to express your creativity and build the most amazing creations. Engineer? Architect? Both? Everything you need is already conveniently stacked in your inventory. A great way to start is by opening the Mechanic's Handbook, which you'll find in your hotbar, and following the instructions for how to build a vehicle. It'll help you get comfortable with the basic building systems and will give you a great foundation on which to build your scrap mechanic skill. I got it, man. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing a very, simple build just to start with to see what we can do. But before we get started on that, I kind of want to just run around the world a little bit and show you guys that it is actually pretty beautiful out here. Now you can hear like the animals in the background, the birds, a few kind of blowing winds going through, but for the most part, it's pretty desolate out here. I mean, there's animals, but there's not much else yet. But again, like I said, it's still in development. And I don't know what this is. This was not on my last one that I remember. So let's come over here and check this out before we start building our first one. We may be getting ahead of ourselves. This may lead to like something else down the road, but I kind of want to see what this is because it looks pretty cool. It looks like some sort of maybe I don't know, communication system or something maybe. Oh no, it looks like a launch pad, guys. Maybe we can build rockets. I think maybe we can. Holy crap, look at this. This is fantastic. Oh, okay, so we're going to start building here just because it's a nice flat level terrain and it looks cool. So let's go into our book. It's the very first one on the hotbar. If you use the scroll wheel, you can go through some of the other stuff. We do have a hammer, which is, it says it allows us to hit things into place that have moved around that you don't necessarily want to pick up and re-put back down. So that's going to be kind of interesting to use. We get some blocks that we can put down. Some of these things, I don't know what all of this stuff is just yet, but we have access to all of it right now. And then you have your gun. And this gun allows you to connect pieces to one another so that they actually start working with one another. We haven't really got into that just yet, so I don't want to confuse you guys too much, but let's go ahead and start with the book, which you just left click on, and it shows you the basic controls. So yeah, the default is the WASD keys. I went ahead and moved those to where I feel more comfortable with them. The camera in and out, I haven't tried that yet. It's Alt Scroll. Okay, so we might have to give that a try just so we can see ourselves working. Jump, yeah, move that stuff around. Shift, crouch. There is a problem with crouch that I found so far, and I've actually removed it from the key bindings because it's kind of a pain in the butt when it happens. Is once you go into crouch, you can't get out of it. Like, you can't stand back up again. Not really a big deal. You don't run slower when you're in crouch. It just it gives you a lower perspective than you already are, and you're pretty short to begin with. So I went ahead and removed that out of there. You also have the tabs up here. Now you have multiple pages. You can go through here, and it will tell you how to do stuff like how to play, how to place and rotate and remove objects, scale-based materials, and change scaling directions. Now, I haven't tried the scaling part of it, moving things to be bigger and smaller. That's going to be more advanced than we're doing right now. We're going to start with something very, very simple. We're not going to go over to the second page just yet. We're going to go to how to build a vehicle. Now, what you need to do is, it says how to build a vehicle. Place the lift on the ground, then build a base from blocks on the lift as shown. Place the required bearings, wheels, driver's seat, and gas engine. Connect it all together using connection tools. So this is what we're going to go with. It's almost like it kind of reminds me of Legos, where you get that little instruction booklet, and it's like, okay, do step 1, step 2. But I like that. I like Legos, and I like this game. So we're going to go ahead and start with the most basic thing, which is to create a lift, and then we're going to put the blocks on top. Now, remember, when you're putting the blocks on top, it doesn't necessarily need to be the exact size of this one, but it does need to have enough space for the engine and the the seat that you're going to be sitting on. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. We're going to scroll over to the lift right here. We'll put that down with the left mouse button. If you want to pick it back up, all you got to do is hold the second mouse button, the right mouse button, and it will just pick it right back up for you. So very, very easy controls to kind of move around and do stuff with. Now, you have 2 blocks that you can use. Right now, they're on your hotbar. If you don't want to do that, go into your inventory, and you can see that you have a lot more blocks to kind of pick from if you want. Now, yeah, there's it's kind of overwhelming. I don't want to get too far into all of this, but the cool thing about it is if you go up to these things, it will give you a description, kind of, there you go, on some of these objects. These little blocks, of course, they're just regular blocks. But like bearings description, everything you place on the bearing will revolve. Bearings can also be connected to an engine or the driver's seat to be controlled in different ways. And then let's see, what else do we have? We have the driver's seat. So let's look at the driver's seat. Makes bearings turn left and right. Can be connected to an engine to control the direction of travel. Can also be connected to triggers that can be activated from the seat. Let's see, we got an engine as well, so let's look at that. An engine will fix speed and adjust power. Ideally suited to powering vehicles, can be connected to a driver's seat or trigger. So it gives you a fairly decent idea of what you can use those things with and how to use them just from the description alone. A toilet, huh? Okay, well, we might make a vehicle out of that later on. I don't know. That would be like the ultimate lazy boy or something, but yeah, a lot of cool little things to mess around with. We're not going to get too much into that. I just wanted to show you it's there if you don't want to do the basic design that we're going to be starting with. Now, if you hold down the left mouse button, you can drag this out a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect on your first pass. You can go ahead and expand it a little bit more on this one as well. I don't know if that's even on both sides, but we're going to go ahead and go up one more right there, and maybe let's put the seat on there first and see just how much room we have. Now, I want this pretty close to the front. Let's do it right there. And then I will come back here and remove, yeah, we'll remove 2 layers. Yeah, right there. And 1 layer on this side, just because I want it to be nice and slender. I did leave enough room in the back right here for the battery. So let's go ahead and stick that right there real quick. And then, of course, you have to get over there to the lift, which is to raise it. Now, I've set my keys up a little bit different, so I'm going to raise it up. You can raise it up as high as you want or lower as you want. I don't know if there's a limit. I guess there is right there. That's the limit to where you can raise it. I'm going to keep it about, let's go up a little bit more. Yeah, I want to be able to walk underneath it, because the next part, as you guys will see here on the instruction booklet, is to, of course, go ahead and raise it, and then to put these little things right here on the front. I guess you have to put it on every single one of them. It doesn't really say, does it? No, I guess it doesn't. So just put them right there times 2. So we're just going to put them on the front ones. Let's see, what about number 5, number 6? Then you have to put them on the edges right there. Huh, what is that? Why would you put those there and then over here? I don't know. I don't know on that one, guys, but we're going to try it the way it shows it. We'll put 2 on the front because it says only times 2 and see how that works out. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Right there. Put one right there and another one up here. And then we're going to draw the blocks down. Actually, we'll put one right there and one right there. I think it just showed 2, right? I love the graphic on this one. This is not... There we go. I don't want to do it too uneven. When he actually, screws it into place. I guess you only do that on certain things when there's an actual mechanic in there. Okay, so let's go in there and check it out. 2 down. Yep, that's exactly what we have. Now we're going to put 1 on each side and then the wheels. Okay, so let's see. 1 on every side. Nope, that's not the right one. 1 over here. And I'm making it out of wood just to show that it doesn't, as far as I know, it doesn't really matter what material you make it out of, but I bet there's a durability to different types. Oh, check that out. That is coming along pretty well. Okay, 1 more. Yeah, I like it. I like it, guys. That's coming along pretty well. Okay, so let's see. What do we got next? Hold and drag. Okay, so now we have to use our connector pieces. And what do we have to connect? We have to connect everything? No, we have to connect the engine. And then once we connect the engine, we have to connect the following wheels. Okay, so let's do that real quick. We'll lower this down so that we can actually see where we're going. Here we go. And we'll go over to our connectivity thing. Let's see, that's not it. What's the jump button? Nope, that's not it either, but at least I'm up here. Okay, so let's drag. Can we drag it? Okay, so that is connected. Actually, we want to connect the engine, right? To that one. Can we connect it up here? Yes, we can. How about this one? Okay, so those are connected. No, maybe not. I don't know if it wanted us to connect those two, the ones that are in the inside. No, it did not show connecting those. Okay, so we need to bypass those. How do we remove that? Let's see. There we go. Okay, so you just click on it and basically drag it down so that you're connecting to the bottom pieces. Okay, that's how they want it. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. Let's go to the next page and see what they want us to do there. We have to now connect the... Oh, okay, so I understand this now. Basically what you're doing is you're connecting the actual driver's seat to the front pieces so that you can turn left or you can turn right. If you had added more than that, you would be kind of messing it up because you wouldn't have... I mean, unless you want four-wheel drive, then you could have the back piece, the back wheels do whatever they want in... sorry, guys. In a certain way that would be kind of wonky for a vehicle. I don't know if that would work very well. But let's go ahead and connect that together real quick. Oh, I do apologize, guys. That sucks. I'm sorry. That doesn't normally happen. Okay, so let's drag this down here. That's one. I do like the different colors so that you can tell that, they're connected to certain things rather than others. Okay, so that is looking pretty cool. I mean, it's very basic, but still looking pretty cool. Make sure all the connections are exactly as shown. Set all bearings to the correct rotation and start the engine. Endless vehicles can be built by following these basic steps, so keep experimenting. Okay, what does it mean by the rotation? So I need to hold the right mouse button and set which way they go, I guess. And these over here, I have to do the same thing. Okay, so let's give that a shot. How do you set rotation? No, that did not work. That got rid of the wheel. Huh. I don't understand. It doesn't specify how to set rotation. The second mouse button just gets rid of things. Maybe just clicking the second mouse button instead of no, that just is again, it's gonna yeah, it's just gonna get rid of it. Let me go into options real quick. Maybe there's an actual button for that. Set rotation. Next rotation. previous rotation. So Q maybe? I'll have to look at that. Q in a second might work. Yeah, that might work. Let's go in there. Q. Well, it shows it when you're putting the item down, but it doesn't quite show it otherwise. Yeah, I don't know, guys. We'll have to take a look at that in a second once we get in there. Hope it turns right. The same thing for here. You got to turn those to go the right way. What is 13? 13 is lower it, bam, it's done. Hold and drag E. Hold and drag E. Gas engine. Okay, well, we'll check that out here in a second. Let's see, press that to use. We want to raise that up a little bit, it said. Right, that's the level? Let me look at that again. Level, nope, it was about right. Lower it down a little bit. I guess if you go too much, it might overheat or something. I don't know, we're going to start with the basics and just try it out. Make sure to remove the lift. Okay, so we got to remove the lift first. All the way down, okay. Okay, it's all the way down. We're getting rid of the lift. Let's see if we can move. No. Not really, because the rotations aren't right. Yeah, so we got to get that right. Okay, let's get out of here. We'll put another lift underneath it. And let's see if we can figure out how that rotation thing works. Raise it up. Okay. Press that to place this creation on the lift. Where is it at? I don't... Oh, do I have another one? Oh, no, I'm just moving it around. Okay. Right there. Okay, I'm going to click that off. It's already on the lift. What are you talking about? I don't need to do another one. Okay, what is going on here? Why can't I target the wheels? Okay, so I can't move it around because it's not technically on the lift. Okay, I see what it's doing. Let's do this. Press that. Can we put it there? Okay, we put it there. Now it's on the lift. Everything should be set up. How do you... No, it doesn't want to do it. It just does not want to do it. How about when I put it down, if I hit the Q button? When I push it down? Oh, jeez. What is going on here? I do apologize, guys. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I clicked the buttons it's telling me to click. Options. Let me look in here one last time, make sure I didn't miss anything. Move forward, move backwards, strafe left, straight right, crawl, jump. I'm not doing crawl, sprint, inventory, create, left mouse button, next rotation, and previous rotation. So, Q and shift and Q. Shift and scroll down. Okay, so let's do shift and scroll down to see if that does anything at all. Well, shift opens up that menu, so that's not going to work. Okay, let's change that button to something else then. Shift and scroll down needs to be anything else. Let's see, L maybe. Nope, L does not seem to want to work. K apparently will work. Okay, so now that we got K in here. Nope, it doesn't seem to be doing anything. I can hear it making a noise, but it doesn't want to do anything. Holy crap, guys. Okay, let's look at the book again real quick. I do apologize. I might have to end the episode here while I figure this off camera because this is fairly weird. It won't let me go into it like it's describing here, so I can change it. Yeah, we might have to do that. Let's see, what else do we have to do? Now, that's the end of it, huh? Yep, that's the end of it. Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and end the episode here, guys. Again, I do apologize that you didn't get to watch the finished creation and, you know, actually get to see us accomplish the building of this. But this is the basic design that we're going to be messing with. And then from now, once we actually figure out how all this works, then we're going to be able to build our own vehicles. I'm expecting to build some really, really tall ones that are just going to, you know, go across this world. I want something so big that we're able to drive over the trees instead of in between them at some point. We're not going to start with that. We're going to start with the small ones and go to the bigger ones later on. But yeah, it's a very, very cool game. It allows you to do a lot of stuff. As soon as I figure out the basics, we're going to be able to do so much more than we are able to right now. But again, guys, I want to thank you all for watching. If you do enjoy this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. Definitely leave those comments down below. And I will catch you all next time.